We say that a lot, right? Don't we always just kind of say, oh, I'm good, even whenever you're not good?
I think we do.
Is that like a man thing, you think?
For some reason, people tend to come to me, and then we start talking about football.
You know a little bit about it.
A little bit.
Yep. Things you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy hack. Just let people talk about themselves.
Yeah.
And they'll walk away saying, man, that was a really nice guy. And all you do is just ask them questions about themselves because people like to talk about themselves. You never thought to Facebook stalk someone?
No.
Everybody Facebook stalks.
Well, no, I Facebook.
But not
Facebook
necessarily
stalk after the fact. My feeling is that with you, it's very easy for you to be very witty and to hit them with, with a left-right combo verbally. With me, I'll have a couple of surface thoughts, and then I'm going straight to, I will beat you. Welcome to the New Dad Order Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Burns Estate Planning and Wealth Advisors. With 12 locations from here in Hammond, Louisiana, all the way over to Florida, they can help you with any kind of financial planning or retirement planning. We have all their information in the description below. My name is Ray. We got Parfait over there.
How's it going, everybody? Ray, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Always.
Doing well.
That one day you're going to say you're not doing well. I'm going to have a whole different episode.
I think so.
That's all right. No, it's always good to be doing well. Even if you're not, I think we say that a lot, right? Don't we always just kind of say, oh, I'm good, even whenever you're not good?
I think we do.
Is that like a man thing, you think?
I think so.
You think everybody does that, or is it just, you think dudes do it more than girls?
I 100% think dudes do it more than girls.
I know, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily think that girls would say, oh, I'm doing terrible. But I think it's just a given that the guys would say, oh, man, we're good. Although, doesn't it suck whenever someone says, man, like a stranger, like, you know what, just not that good. And then they start telling you all their problems. And you're like, I really didn't sign up for that. Like, you're supposed to tell me you're good. And then we just keep on walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get stuck sometimes with that conversation, especially like back in the day in the retail days of the store. Whenever we had that, the customer would walk in and just tell you way more things about their life than what you needed to know.
Doesn't it happen for you because of their
familiarity and comfortability?
And how
I think that's all it is. Yeah. So because they're always treated nicely, and so I think they assume you care more. I mean, not that it didn't care, but like I didn't care that much. Real quick before we get started, guys, Thursday. Thursday is the thing that I have relied on over the last 8 months to get me back into recovery and get a good night's sleep. It doesn't have melatonin. It has everything your body needs to get back to recovery, to get a good workout in. Use the promo code NDOZZZ to get a discounted checkout. Not enough to really hear the problem.
Well, of course not. I mean, you got to make a sale. You got to make a sale.
Well, it's elevator speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you good at elevator talk? Like quick conversation, in and out, small talk stuff?
It's just, how you doing? Things good? Awesome. No, I'm not good. No.
I don't think you are either.
No, I'm not good at all.
So quick conversation, get to know somebody. Are you good in those moments, or you freak out and just kind of tense up?
No. I'm all right when it comes to that. Like when I go into a room full of people that I don't know, I think I do okay.
You don't get nervous? I mean, I guess you can still be nervous and still do well in those situations.
Everybody gets nervous.
Or like at a party, a guest at a party where you only know the host. We've all been in those situations. Do you find yourself, I'm going to pay my time, I'm going to do like 30, 40 minutes and then find a way to dip?
Always.
Or
Always.
You don't find somebody to like, do you find yourself dipping out in like the 30 or 40 minutes, feel like you met your obligation, or do you stick around and make it till, make new friends?
No, it never happens that way, especially if I come with my wife. My wife is more introverted than myself. I think I'm introverted.
You're comfortable in your own. I get it. I think you're comfortable in your own skin, but you're also not ready to be. You're not ready to be the life of the party either. Like Ray's never been the life of the party guy.
It all depends. If I know more people than not.
Well, yeah, but that's the easiest.
Exactly. But in a situation like you're talking about, no, I'm not that guy. But it could turn into that because sometimes they see for some reason, people tend to come to me. And then we start talking about football.
You know a little bit about it.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yep.
Things you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll start. It's always two teams that I'll mention, especially in this area: LSU and the Saints.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I mean, that's easy
Talk about
conversation.
them.
That's
Exactly.
the how's the weather down here.
Exactly. Right.
So,
Okay. And I always, especially recently, quarterbacks for the Saints.
yeah, we don't have one.
That's what you open with.
So like that's your go-to to like engage somebody or to get yourself comfortable having conversation?
Both.
Do you initiate it? Or if you're in that awkward moment where you're kind of sitting there and you've already said hi and introduced and, oh yeah, I'm friends with, Jeff, the host of the party. Yeah, we go way back. And then you just kind of like, so man, the Saints, like, is that what happens? Or you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I think it's more, yeah. So how do you know the host? High school. Oh, you guys play football together? What y'all?
So you steer it to football.
Huh? What's that?
You find a way to steer it to football?
Yeah,
okay.
Always. I always find it the way to steer it towards, did they do something together? But I'll throw out football as that do something together.
Finding a way to have a conversation is a skill. I think it's a skill, especially in a social setting.
With people you don't know.
Yeah, it involves a lot of observing to figure out how to target the conversation, knowing the people that you're around. And I don't know if you ever, there's a book out there, right? And it's like how to be the most interesting person at a party type thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of I'm not sure the exact title of the book, but like that's the premise of it. Like it's how to be the most interesting person. And it basically, pretty easy hack, just let people talk about themselves.
Yeah.
And they'll walk away, say, man, that was a really nice guy. And all you do is just ask them questions about themselves because people like to talk about themselves. Even if you're not braggadocious, you know about football, like you did it your whole life, paid for your college education. If someone can engage you about football and you get to talk about that stuff, you're going to probably walk away and be like, yeah, man, I talked to Jeff's buddy and he's a cool dude. And then if you think about it, you're like, yeah, man, he just asked me a bunch of shit about myself.
Yeah.
But no, it's not a bad thing, but it is one of those cues that allows you to maneuver through, I guess, an awkward setting. If it's awkward, meaning like you're not comfortable in that setting of just asking someone about themselves. I know that like if you go to a party, always look at the pictures that the person has around their house, party, gathering, whatever. You were invited to someone to go to somewhere, right? You don't know maybe the host like directly. You kind of know them friends, but like you're friends of a friend type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they say like, look at the pictures on the wall, look at the pictures on the counter, wherever they have pictures at in the house. And like that right there, like, okay, it was a trip to somewhere. All right, so pull up whatever you know about that in your head, about whatever location they went to. Even if you don't know anything, there's got to be something interesting about that spot. And if you find yourself, it's not like, hey, man, I saw you went to Egypt. Like, no, not necessarily that, but finding a way to direct a conversation that allows to be about traveling or something. And then you can ask them about that one trip that you saw the picture of.
Oh, wow.
And then it'll start a conversation.
If they have pictures. We suck at putting pictures up.
You don't host parties, though. Or at least you don't invite me to them.
No, I don't. I don't host parties at all. No. Not even when we had our bigger house. We didn't host.
But even still, right? So if you're going to go to somebody's house, you're going to, to Bob Smith's house, what are you going to do? Oh, Bob is so-and-so's friend, so look him up on Facebook. And people put stuff on there. So like that becomes the pictures inside your house if their profile allows you to see pictures on their Facebook page.
Yeah, dog it, man. Never thought of that.
You never thought to Facebook stalk someone?
No.
Everybody Facebook stalks.
Well, no, I Facebook,
but not necessarily
after the fact.
All right, not doing you don't do your due diligence.
No,
man, you gotta take the step ahead to find out the most you can about somebody.
The thing is I'm smart.
Your voice just cracked when you said you're smart.
I'm smart.
That's usually the sign that you're lying.
I'm smart, but I'm not. Like, you ever get to a situation where you're like, I get into a situation and there's a back and forth, and I walk away from it, and I felt like I left something that I didn't say something I wanted to say, and then 10 to 15 to 20 minutes later, it comes to me.
You do that here.
all the time.
Yeah, all the
right?
time. You
All the
text
time.
me, you're like, man, I wanted to say this.
Yeah.
Or we'll
yeah.
wrap up shooting, and Ray's like, man, I really wanted to make this point. I'm like, well, why didn't you? Like, I didn't think about it until 20 minutes later.
Yeah. Do you? I don't think you get like that.
Not
I don't
really.
Think I think, and that's. So how is that? Like, did you train yourself, or is it just the way you were raised up? Like how?
What, like, meaning, like, how do I feel like I don't miss the opportunity to have said something? I mean, I do think that I've missed the opportunity to possibly say something. Man, it's freaking poker. Like, I'm not, like, I know we talk about it a lot. That's what it is. Like, it's the poker talk at the table, and not even like poker talk, but just the conversation with these strangers.
Yeah.
You know, the guy sitting across from me, I get to the table, you know, oh, whatever, you know, you just kind of, I'll make conversation with whatever. But then that guy, he hadn't said a word for like 45 minutes, but he said a word 45 minutes ago. So now, like, all of a sudden he's a little active, and now I got to get a hand with him. I'm like, okay, well, now I got to broaden down his defense. Like, let's get him talking about whatever we were talking about whenever we first sat down.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I can re-engage him in that. And so, like, that's where, yeah, to say, like, I worked on it as a skill, it was being able to manipulate a conversation to get it back to where I wanted it to be to get my point in. So if even to an extent, I guess I'd do that here whenever you and I are talking, right? So like if we're having a conversation about something and there is a thought where I'm like, God, I want to get back to that point because I wanted to make it, I will shift in small moments back to it to where I could say, well, you know, whenever we're talking about earlier, and then get the point there.
Mm-hmm.
And not just, but if I didn't feel like, man, I really want to, like don't have a whole lot to bring to the table by bringing it back and pivoting back to it, and I'm like, all right, not that important. So I don't know, like, where, I mean, I think it's more of just a comfortable being in front of the room. Probably, I mean, you probably have it to an extent because you have people that depend on you for answers. So whenever they come to you with a question at work, you have to give them an answer. And so you're comfortable with, you know.
As a manager, I am very, very comfortable saying, don't know, I'll get back to you.
I think they respect that more.
What I don't like is when someone goes, yeah, it's XYZ, and they were completely wrong. Yeah. Those are the bad ones.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, let's say you get into a back and forth with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It could be a negative back and forth. It could be whatever it may be.
Okay.
All right. My feeling is that with you, it's very easy for you to be very witty and to hit them with a left-right combo verbally. With me, I'll have a couple of surface thoughts, and then I'm going straight to I will beat you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then later on, I'll go, man, I could have done this. I could have said this, this, and this. Do you ever walk away from situations and go, I know we're coming back around on the merry-go-round on this one, but do you ever walk away from situations?
I get what you're saying, where like, I don't get frustrated necessarily. I don't.
No, you do.
No. Like, I get frustrated. I'm saying like my emotional maturity would not allow my emotions to take over. The witty, condescending comment will come from a very calm place. Because if I escalate my emotions, then I can't win the argument if we're having a back and forth.
So reduce emotions, be even killed.
Yeah, even if it's completely rude
mm-hmm.
in what I'm saying, if I say it in the way that the conversation started and I keep on that plane, my voice doesn't get raised and I don't start leaning in towards you and I just continue to have the conversation, well, I'm going to get you to back off a little bit because I'm not giving you the same energy that you're giving me if you're starting to get riled up. And so we can keep it. And then I'm like, hey, look, like, I mean, if you're that mad about it, we don't have to talk about it. That kind of comment right there is usually like, well, you know, because like if you're that mad, man, it's okay. We don't have to talk about it. Like we move on to the next thing. And you can meet that in two ways. You can say, no, let's keep talking about it. Well, all right, well then calm your ass down and then let's have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but no, I don't. I'm never really like regretful that, man, I wish I'd have told him something because I think, yeah, I'm confident enough. My brain's working well enough to where any comment that I wanted to get out, I got it out at that time.
That's what I mean. Like I fall back and I'm like, man, I wish I would have said this, that, or the other. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
No, I mean,
I think you walk away from situations that you are when you're in those kind of situations that you've said what you had to say.
Yeah, I would say that there were probably more people that wish they would have said, "I wish I'd have told Jared this," more than what I'm walking away saying, "I wish I'd have told that person this." I mean, not like I'm getting in arguments all the time. I mean, I think like I've had healthy debates, right? Like healthy debates with friends, like just about random topics, like through whatever, because I like learning about different things. And if I don't know about something, you know a lot about it, then like fill me in, teach me. I want to learn about it. It's your interest. You're my friend. Like I want to know what you like. And so I've had healthy debates, healthy conversations like with friends about different stuff. And them hit me back up like a day, 2 days later, whatever, however long like the time has passed. And then like, dude, whenever we were talking about this, you got me thinking, and I wish I'd have said this whenever we were talking about it. And I was like, why did you? They were like, because I didn't think about it at the time. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, let's talk about it now. And then they'll bring up that point. And I'm like, okay. I was like, if you would have said that, I'm like, I'm hearing it for the first time. This would have been my response to it. And they were like, oh, well, then it would have got to the same spot. I'm like, well, more than likely. I'm like, I'm not, most of my thoughts aren't off the cuff. I mean, if we're having a conversation about something that I think I know something about, I'm not going to continue to go down a path of like claiming knowledge if I don't have it. But if I'm set on my point, I'm going to be like, you got to push me off of that point. Not saying I won't change my mind, but you got to push me off of that point. Like I'm open to hearing what you have to say, but my opinion wasn't just based off of pure emotion.
Right. Right.
So, but that's more of just me being boring and calculated. Not necessarily like I'm super smart because I had a prepared answer or whatever. It's just like, no, man, like we're happen to be talking about something that I have a comment, like I have an interest of, so I'm going to know a little bit more about it. If I didn't have any interest in it, I wouldn't know anything about it. And it'd probably be a pretty boring conversation because it would just be you telling me whatever you think. I prefer to have a debate than I do to just have a meaningless conversation. I like having a debate. They're fun. Yeah, they're fun.
Well, I mean, soccer players are better.
Yeah, they are. They're superior athletes in the countries that only play soccer. But no, Ray and I did not solve the world's problems. So with all those situations where we're at awkward parties and social settings, drop us a comment below if you have your go-to way to break the ice and not feel awkward. Assimilate in the appropriate way to where you walk away being the most interesting person at a party, because any tips would be helpful to any of us out there. Well, we do appreciate everyone for joining us. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you follow us on Spotify as well. Until next time, we'll see you on
New Dad Order.